In this video, you will learn how to use sorted tables in FastHTML. We will learn this while I make my own YouTube niche analysis tool 10 times as efficient. So what do I want from this FastHTML build? First, I want to be able to see the outcome of the tool every month without being restricted by the hassle of using it, as I am now. Today, it's a Python script extracting two CSV files from the API of YouTube data. Then these files needs to be imported into a spreadsheet, be altered and finally sorted in two different ways each. Then I can finally see the results. In the future, I want a FastHTML web page loading the data and with a push of a button sort it for me. Instant result. In the first step, we want to present the raw data that the API provides us. No sorting yet, just the raw data. To do that, we need a home page, selecting between keyword search and niche search. Let's start with a keyword search. For keywords, we need to provide a CSV file containing the keywords. If not provided, we go with the default file when we press Get Data. Then we have what we need to set my original Python script to work with the API calls. When done, we can present the first table of raw data. This page has a heading and a row of buttons. Back to get back to the beginning. CSV to store the file like we used to do. Pro will be the button to sort on outlier score later on. View will be the button to sort on views later on. Then a row with today's date. Then it's time to set up the card containing our raw table. First a headline stating keyword data. Then the table starts, followed by a table head. In this case, it's a table row containing a list of THs with each containing a header string and a scope set to columns or a column heading. This is followed now by the table body. In this case, it's a map from keyword row to a function providing a sorted list. Keyword row maps a row list RL to a TR or table row containing 9 TDs, together providing one row of data. The function grprovv will later on sort our data rows, but for now it is just providing the rows as they are directly from the API. Let's try it out in the app. And when it's all is loaded, we have our table of unsorted data. Isn't that sweet? Want regular inspiration to your FastHTML projects? Do subscribe for my updates. To get something out of that raw table, we need to sort it. Let's start at sorting it by pro or outlier score. The first sorting test will be in the keyword function prov. On getRows, we hook up a sort call with a key equal to the function sortPro. SortPro gets a list of all the contents in a row called LE. We want item number 0, a string, and we want to remove the % from that string and then convert the rest to float. The sorting will be made on this float. So let's try it out. It silently fails. Oh no. What's wrong? Let's do some printouts to debug this issue. It all fails, but this time it fails in the API calls. Oh no. The Google YouTube Data API has got a rate limit per day. I can do about 4 to 5 calls to this API per day with this application. To freely debug this, I really need to get a backup solution for my raw keyword data. To make a raw backup, I need to know the internal data structure of the keyword function. I wrote that function 2 years ago and have neither memory nor documentation of it. I need a printout of the data. Let's make a printout at the end of getOutliers and wait for the nightly reset of the API. And it is the next day. Let's get the API data and print the internal data structure so that we can store it on file and read it back, enabling as much debugging of the sorting as needed to be. Let's become totally independent of the API restrictions. The print is just a block of text, but sorted and given structure, we can start to see the data structure. Here it is. It is way too complicated with the nested lists and dicts to quickly read and write it to one file. So to save myself some time, I separate it into one file per keyword. With set file names, it's also easy to read it back and restore the internal raw data. Now we can focus on the sorting and presentation issues without dealing with the limitations of the 4 to 5 readings of the YouTube data API limitation. Let's get the sorting of the table data working. Now that we have unlimited data available. Now, reading a bit on the Python sort function reveals that it alters the list it is fed. So we need to make the sort in 3 steps. First, we get a list variable set to get rows, or the raw data. Then apply a sort on that variable. Lastly, we return that variable. Let's try that out. Yes, we have sorting based on the pro column. Now, let's also do this for views. It should be easy. It is just an integer value. To switch between the 2 sortings, I use a single boolean, set by the button presses Pro and View. This boolean selects which tab is presented on screen. Now, let's try it out. Pro sorting, View sorting, and Pro and view. Perfect. That was all I needed for the keywords. Now, I just need to do the same for my defined niche. To make this easy for me, I just duplicated everything from the keyword code to the niche code. This is just my internal tool, so the code is nothing fancy. Let's try it out. We choose niche and get data, and are presented with this table. We can sort it on Pro and on Views and Pro. Perfect. Now I have everything I want. Okay, there are some final touches left, like a wait animation while the script is fetching API data, and I might want to improve the sort a bit more later on. But these tools give me the efficiency I need to keep on top of my YouTube niche right now. And you have got a hunch about how to implement sorted tables using FastHTML. Do tune in for my next adventure in FastHTML land. And until then, happy coding!